seen at Busch Stadium.
Ozzie and the 85 Cardinals celebration.
As the Cardinals celebrate the 1985 National League champion Cardinals. And speaking of championships, two of baseball's most distinguished franchises square off tonight.
You know, it's turned out to be quite a pleasant day, a little bit cooler temperature, so you wouldn't expect the ball to fly, but these Giants bats have been kicking it up a notch, so we'll find out.
Rafi Devers, .392 career in 14 games against the Cardinals, and he's hot right now.
He swings and belts it deep out to right center. This one on its way. It is gone. It's another first inning home run for Rafi Devers. The fourth one of those that he has hit in the Giants' last 5 games.
These bats, they're just on a different level, and you're talking about different level. It's Rafi Devers, the way he's been swinging it yet again. Keeps the streak going for the Giants.
The Giants with 18 games in a row with a home run, all the way back to 1947 for a Giants team to go that many games in a row, which set the all-time home run record for a single team that year in 47 at that time, and they went 19 games in a row.
As Adames swings, hits a high deep drive left center. Scott back at the track, and it is gone. Back to back for the Giants as Willie Adames leaves the yard following the Devers blast, and it's 2-0.
Just so much confidence in the Giants dugout. It's so great. Lots of smiles.
And Smith with a sharp ground ball, fair. Over first, past the diving Gorman and down the line. It hits the sidewall. Walker has to come in to get it as Smith hustling for second, and he'll slide in safely there. And it's the third consecutive extra base hit for the Giants.
And this is what the Giants have been doing so well, just putting pressure on the opposing teams in these first couple innings.
You know, when you get a guy like Chapman watching these other guys swing the bat, you better be careful with him.
And a good sweeper gets him to swing and miss. So McGreevy needed that. There's his first strikeout and the second out of the inning.
They're all swinging it well as Lee swings and hits a fly ball into shallow center. Jogging in is Scott. He'll ease up and make the catch. But what a start for the Giants here in St. Louis. A start tonight for Carson Seymour. And he's out there with an early 2-0 lead.
And it's 5 up, 5 down for Carson Seymour tonight. Here is JC. He's got hits in 5 of 6. And that one just missed. He thought he got the bottom corner, but it was low. And there's your first St. Louis base runner. So JC. Here's Walker. Jordan trying to snap an 0 for 18.
And the pitch is strike 3 called. 98 with a high fastball. First strikeout tonight for Carson Seymour.
Jung-Hoo Lee facing McGreevy.
3-2 pitch. Lee swings and a line drive base hit into center field. Casey Schmidt now.
And that one is down the line and fair. That'll kick off the sidewall. And Lee on his way to third. The throw to second is late. So Schmidt with a double there at second and third. Nobody out. You couldn't have dropped that ball on the line any better than that shot.
Giants got something cooking.
Here is Gilbert.
As he tries to split the gap in left. Victor chases that down and makes a great diving catch. It'll score a run, but it prevents another. What a play by Victor Scott II.
Victor Scott II here in center field finds a whole new gear to track this down.
Oh, he got robbed, but still a very productive out. 3-0 Giants.
So Schmidt at third on the fly out. Patrick Bailey popped out his first time.
He swings, line drive, base hit into left field. Schmidt trots home from third, and it's 4-0 Giants.
So 3 hits in the inning for the Giants.
Now to the top of the order, down the third base side. Fair ball in the dirt. Too late. Elliot Ramos hustling out an infield hit. Bailey to second.
And that's hits now from 4 of the first 5 batters in this inning.
And now you got Devers up with 2 men on. Let's go.
Devers, right center field. That's into the gap. Coming around third. Bailey scores. Into third, Ramos. Second RBI of the game for Rafi Devers. 5-0 Giants. 3 runs in the inning.
There's still only 1 out with runners at first and third. Willie Adames on the first pitch, breaks his bat, grounds it to third, gloving it to JC, throws to second. It's dropped by Fermin, but they'll say he had it long enough. A run's going to score that he dropped the ball on the transition. So it's another run as Ramos scores. Graceffo, right-hander, on replacing starter McGreevy, who the Giants hit hard tonight because Lee swings and lines it into right field, a base hit. Right between first and second. Jung-Hoo's single that jump-started the 4-run rally last inning. Casey Schmidt doubled down the line his last at bat, and Schmidt swings and misses. He got fooled there on a low and in curve, and that's out number 2.
Drew Gilbert has walked. Then he had a line shot in the left center that was turned into a diving catch. Right up the middle. Base hit. Lee around second. And the runners are at first and third.
Gilbert is running. Bailey takes a strike.
Crooks throws, short hops, and what a pick and tag by Mason Wynn. Gilbert's thrown out for the first time. Jimmy Crooks gets us out of the 5th inning.
And here in the bottom of the 5th, Carson Seymour has been dealing.
Jimmy Crooks, who just made that one-hop throw to nail Drew Gilbert at second base to end the Giants half of the 5th inning, leads off here.
Crooks gets it started and smashes one past Dominic Smith, and there is your first Cardinal hit. His second in the show. There's the start. Broken bat, another one of those. And Schmidt with a strike takes care of Sajacy. That advances the runner.
And now Victor Scott.
Up the middle. Adames can't get it. That's into center field, and Crooks will come home and score. Victor Scott gets the Redbirds on the board. That makes it a 6-1 game.
Well, Victor Scott the second with 2 strike protects. A little shorter stroke here. It finds itself a hole right up the middle. You got Adames and Schmidt converging on the baseball, able to sneak through into center.
Ryan Fernandez, the new pitcher for the Cardinals.
As Chapman swings and lifts one into shallow right center. Going out is the second baseman Fermin, diving the center fielder Scott, and Scott can't quite reach it. A great effort as it bounces towards Walker, the right fielder. Chapman's going to have himself a hit. Now he's on the board.
Better late to the party than never.
Hit number 13 for the Giants. And Jung-Hoo Lee, who's had 2 of the hits with a run scored, comes up. Base hit to right field. Jung-Hoo Lee's 3rd hit of the game. It's right down the into the corner, goes to the wall. Coming around third, Chapman. He will score standing up. A triple for Jung-Hoo Lee. 7-1 Giants.
They have their 8th potential run 90 feet away with nobody out.
Now as Casey Schmidt lines it into left field, a base hit. And Lee now can just jog home. The Giants' 8th run of the game. Casey Schmidt's second hit. It's 8-1.
Tristan Beck making his 24th appearance of the season.
And it brings in Ivan Herrera.
That one stroked toward left center. That is going to fly way out of here. Herrera with a long home run. 4 homers in his last 7 games. That's more like it. It's 8-2.
That's how you do it right there. Covered and well. Nice snag out there in the bleachers by that fan. That was a no-doubter off the bat of Ivan Herrera.
I said it the other day, that kid was born to hit.
It's the bottom of the 9th inning, 8-2 Giants. The Giants are an out away from win number 72.
Struck him out and make it 11 wins in the last 12 games for the Giants. And they've won 4 in a row on this road trip and 5 in a row dating back to the final game at home on Sunday. And they continue to hit the long ball and score a lot of runs. Tonight, 8 runs on 18 hits, 2 of which were home runs.